Hello and welcome back, it's Cheyenne and I am here today with yet another recipe from Claire Saffitz's cookbook, Dessert Person. Today I'm going to be making her flourless chocolate wave cake, and as a big fan of both chocolate and flourless cakes, I think that this is going to be amazing. So let's go ahead and take a look at the ingredients. Alright, so that's what the cake is supposed to look like. We'll see how close I can get to that. But for the ingredients, you're going to need 10 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate, half a cup of neutral oil, I'm using vegetable oil, 3 tablespoons of amaretto or dark rum, I'm using dark rum, 6 large eggs separated, so there are the yolks and then there's the whites, half a cup of almond flour, 1 teaspoon of diamond crystal kosher salt, half a cup plus 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar, and then 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Honestly, this recipe doesn't call for that many ingredients and it seems relatively simple to make, so I think it should be good. Hopefully I don't mess it up too much, but yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So before anything else, I did go ahead and set my oven to 350, so that is warming up right now. And then I also prepared my pan, so let me show you what that looks like. So right here, I've got a 9-inch springform pan, and basically I just coated the inside with oil and then dusted it with granulated sugar. So I don't know if you can see that very well. It might be a little bit overexposed, but that's basically all I did. So now we can get started with the actual recipe. Alright, so we're starting off over here by the stove, and I've got this small pot of water and I've got it simmering right now. So I'm going to go ahead and add this metal pot over top. And then to this I am going to add my chocolate, my oil, and my dark rum. And then we're actually also going to add in a 1/4 cup of water. So basically I am just going to go ahead and stir this all together until it's nice and melted. Alright, this is looking pretty good, so I'm going to go ahead and remove this from the heat and let it cool down a bit. Okie doke, our chocolate mixture has cooled down a bit, so I am going to go ahead and whisk in my egg yolks now. Maybe I'll just do like one at a time. We'll see. Oh, that one's gone. Okay. Alright, perfect. That went a lot smoother than I expected. I don't know why I thought that was going to go badly, but nice. Alright, next up I am just going to go ahead and whisk in my almond flour. And there she is. Beautiful. Alright, so we are going to go ahead and set this aside, and now we are going to work on the meringue. Okie doke, so next we are going to go ahead and work on the meringue. So I've got a large metal bowl here, and I'm going to be using my hand mixer, and I am just going to go ahead and add in my egg whites, as well as my salt. And then I'm just going to beat this on low to kind of break up the egg whites a little bit. That's what that's looking like. So I'm going to go ahead and increase the speed and then beat this until soft peaks form. Alright, so here are my egg whites currently. So at this point I am going to go ahead and start to beat in my sugar gradually. And I'm actually going to reserve about 2 tablespoons of the sugar for putting on top of the cake. Alright, so finally I am just going to go ahead and beat in my vanilla. Alright, so now I've got both of my bowls here, and I'm going to go ahead and take about 1/4 of this meringue and add it into my chocolate. That. And then mix it in. Alright, now we're going to add some more meringue. We're going to do the rest in 2 additions. So that. And I'm just going to try to be very careful not to deflate this and to just mix it gently, because we definitely still want to maintain all of that volume. Sorry about that, my camera battery died, but we've got a new battery and I think this batter is looking good. I don't want to overmix it, so I'm going to go ahead and pour it into my pan. Alright, that is looking absolutely beautiful, so I'm going to go ahead and throw this in the oven. Again, it's on 350 and we're going to bake this for about 30 to 35 minutes. Alright, so here is the cake fresh out of the oven. I did, in fact, forget to put the sugar on before I put it in the oven, but I remember pretty soon after and I tried to sprinkle it on. As you can see, it's a little thick in some areas, so I'll probably have to brush some of that off, but overall, I think it's looking really good. So now I just have to let it cool and fall down, and then I will give it a taste. Alright, hello friends, I am back, and now I am going to go ahead and try this cake. So here's what it looks like. If I can keep it from sliding off the plate. Yeah. So there was quite a bit more sugar than I felt was appropriate, so I dusted some of it off using a pastry brush, excuse me. And now I'm gonna try this. So let's see how this tastes. I already know it's gonna be good because I tried some of the batter, so. That's so good. Honestly, might be one of my absolute favorites from this book because it's so good. I especially love it because it's not too sweet, despite the sugar that I had to brush off of the top of this cake. It's not too sweet. I think choosing the semi-sweet chocolate and not adding that much more sweetener was a really good choice because it's just really balanced. It tastes really good. It has like that nice like depth that you want from like a darker chocolate without being like too overpoweringly like bitter. But at the same time, it's not too sweet, so it's fantastic. But yeah, it's so good. 10 out of 10 recommend. Please give this a try and let me know what you think. But yeah, that'll be all for tonight's video. I hope you enjoyed. Please let me know if you give this a try and definitely leave a comment down below. Thanks, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye!